Oh, well, I'm gonna go to Korea to play Go. Usually what I get as a feedback from my friends is like, did you say Go? Are you gonna play Pokemon Go? Or are you gonna play CSGO? Alright, about me. So, as we said before, I'm a Swede and I have the Swedish passport because I've been living in Sweden for 20 years. I also do have the French passport because I was born in France. So both, I have both nationalities. What I do for a living, I teach philosophy and this actually influences a lot the way I see Baduk. For all the foreigners that are going to listen to this interview in English, I'm going to use the term Baduk for the game of Go because I think it's yes, definitely that was actually I'm very interested in science, and I read this article in Scientific American a long time ago that was actually comparing Go with chess. Mm-hmm. And what they told was really interesting because in chess, Deep Blue really long, if I remember well, it was 1996. Deep Blue could beat the world champion in chess at Go. And at the time I read the article, the computers could not even beat beginners at Go because you had to think like a human being to be able to win at the game of Go. You had to have this analytical thinking, and computer could not master that. And it's only well, after that I thought it was so interesting. Like, oh, I can beat the computer. I want to learn this game. This has to be a very interesting game, and this is why I started to play Go. You could consider Go as a dialogue between two human beings. And actually, you really do have ways of asking questions when you play the game of Go. Like, do you want this area, or do you want to go there, or do you think it's bigger over there, or are you afraid of this move, or are you going to defend, are you going to attack? You can ask all those kind of questions, and I would say, actually, I would dare to go as far as to say that even I met someone for the first time, the very first time, and I play a game of Baduk with him or her, and I would dare to go as far as to say that I know this person better as if I talked to her or to him a whole night. You get to know somehow if they are daring, if they are cautious, if they are willing to take risks, if they are ambitious, if they are greedy, so many different things that you just feel right away when you play a game of Baduk with them. So yes, I would say it's actually one of the perfect ways to get to know each other playing a game.
Okay, for example, there is one testament like, please take sente even though you are sacrificing your stones. Mm-hmm. Do you like it? 선수, sente.
Well, taking sente or taking sansu.
Yeah, taking sansu.
It's actually very good advice because if you look at professional games, I think it's from the beginning until the end, it's a struggle to take the initiative. Mm-hmm. They are really trying to especially with modern days and the use of AI, like you see more and more sacrifices, exchanges. It's very difficult to play passively and answer all your opponent's move if you want to reach anything when it comes to efficiency. So yeah, I would say it's a very good one. The walk method is quite interesting. The walk method is like usually the W stands for wait or take a small break. So if you're really like panicking, if there is some happening in the goal board and you're confused, you don't know what to do, I would recommend people to take a deep breath, like breathe in, breathe out, and usually it goes better. And the A stands for air. L for liquids, drink some water, and K for kindness. You know what? Even you're not doing well, be kind to yourself. You don't have to beat yourself up, be super frustrated. It's not going to help you whatsoever. So, yeah, sometimes we make mistakes. So, actually, the best thing to do when you make mistakes, instead of getting inside, even you don't show it, but being really upset or thinking and actually, if you're in a good spot, you can really learn from them. And I would go even further and say, it's actually better to lose games than to win them, because if you look at a broader perspective, you're going to learn so much more from your lost games than from your won games. So I would recommend people as well to take it easy, be kind to themselves, and just don't give up and learn from your mistakes. Well, I think there is a limit to the learning of by heart learning of AI moves, because at some point it's going to differ. Like even if you look at AI against AI games, they're never playing the same game anyway. Of course, you have some similar patterns that you can learn and try to get wiser from. The really interesting part here is, does AI help you? Of course it does. Somehow it does help you. Well, why does it help you? It helps you because it shows you the blue move, which is the best move in a specific situation all the time. At the same time, it doesn't help you because it doesn't talk. You see the blue move, but you have no idea why it's the blue move sometimes. If you have no context, if you don't know what's the purpose of this move, maybe it's completely hidden. Maybe it's a sequence of 30 tesujis that is going to kill a huge group that you didn't even imagine. And then in this case, it's actually the blue move is punishing you, because if you play this move without understanding, it's going to destroy your game. But if it's a sequence that you could understand on your own, even without the AI talking, then it's definitely useful, because then you realize, okay, that's a mistake here, and I can profit from that. So is AI helpful? Yes and no. It depends on the context. It depends on what you want from AI. If you look at philosophers, you have really good advice from philosophers. I remember starting my classes all with this ancient philosopher from Rome, Epictetus, and he has a very interesting saying, poem, to blame others for their misery or their problems. So, and it is the sign of thanks to philosophy and Baduk. But philosophy could really help actually get some insight into the game of Baduk. Yeah, that's a very interesting question. Well, I'm not sure about that, but I could only guess. Are gone already, but I could imagine how they would play actually. Socrates. I guess Socrates would ask all those questions all the time on the Go boards, like, what about this move? And how will you answer to this move? And what about this move? And ask many questions all the time. And such a point that the opponent would be confused and answer against his own good judgment, and realize that in the end, oh my gosh, Socrates has won because I realize I know nothing. So that would be probably the way Socrates would play, very powerful. I think Immanuel Kant would really stick to the rules, like what is the right thing to do here? Because if I know what's the right thing to do and to try to reach the truth, it is my duty to try to reach it. So it would play a really straightforward go. It would never try to lure his opponent. It would never lie, but very powerfully try to go for the truth. This would be quite powerful as well, way to play, and especially if his reading ability matches his intent of being straightforward and honest all the way, that would be actually kind of scary. I think Nietzsche would play completely differently. I think Nietzsche wouldn't even care about the rules. Like, whatever, I'm gonna place my stone exactly where I want to place it. You know, he would like, or he would say like, whatever, I don't even care about the rules. I want to play 2 stones, I play 2 stones, whatever you say, I don't care. So he would play a different game maybe, you know, make up his own rules or whatever, very powerfully as well. I don't know if it would still be Go, but yeah, you know, why not? He would definitely play his own way. Would be maybe to play with Jean-Paul Sartre, for example, because choices are very important to him. So, but probably would have quite a burden to choose his own move all the time. Like maybe I have a hard time deciding on this first move. Like, what if I play here? Oh, maybe I would change my mind later, so I would play here instead. Not sure about that either, so maybe I would. So the risk with, if you play with Jean-Paul Sartre, it would ask for a lot of undos because he's changing his mind. Yeah, difficult to say, but I guess with any of those philosophers, we would have a lot of fun playing them because they would definitely show them such a different style that you would definitely enjoy the game. He told me, oh, what's your purpose with Baduk? And at the time I was a Q player. I had no idea what I was doing. I was like, oh, but I want to become strong still. And I said, okay, you want to become strong? That's interesting, but how strong? I don't know, maybe I can reach 5 dan, you know, I'm a grown-up already. So it's like, he just shook his head, it's like, no, don't aim at only 5 dan. He told me, if you're gonna become strong at Baduk, you gotta dream big. It's like, okay, what do you mean? At least 7 dan. I want you, Mark, I want you to become at least 7 dan. We made a bet then. Only if you become world champion. And he said, you know, he looked at me, he's like, he also took a deep breath and said, yes, okay, I'm going to become world champion and then you become 7 dan. And we shook on it. And you know what? 2025, there is this veteran world championship. And he continued, like he believed in himself, he worked hard. And after so many years, he actually did it. He became world champion. Then I have to keep my word. And this is exactly why I'm here. Like, I want to keep my word to Mok Jin-sok, which is my friend, and I want to become at least 7 dan. So yeah, this is why he is my role model.